Hey, what's up? This is Sifu Kuttel, and in this video, I want to talk to you about my Patreon. Now, I'm super excited about it, and I'm actually really proud of what I've done on Patreon. I've been on there for over a year now, and I post consistently every week, including a range of topics, but a lot of it comes down to really in-depth training and in-depth applications. And then, of course, sometimes there's some extra special things. I've designed some posters that are free to my patrons. I've designed some other things, and I just give them that material as it pops up. But for the most part, I have a set list of applications and techniques that I upload to Patreon. So if you're wondering what kind of a lesson would be taught on Patreon, here's one of the first few videos I put up, and it gives you guys a chance to see what I talk about and how I approach these topics. Okay, so enjoy. Hey, what's up? This is Sifu Kuttel, and I have Jonathan here with me, and we're going to be working on some applications from golden leopard versus tiger two-person form. Now, one of the things I want you to remember too in this form is that there's a lot of cooperation going on, but you don't have to think of it as a totally compliant partner. What I mean by this is the partner moves not because they're helping you perform the technique, but because they have to set up for their next technique and get into their next position without ending up getting caught in your technique. So when you're working with a partner, don't make it too easy, don't disconnect, and then also don't make it too hard. You don't want to try to turn it into a fight. Okay, so today I want to look at a very specific combination. Now, if you saw the last video, we talked about getting behind the knee right here, using the Kунg-fu to stop the dache. Now, he has to get behind the knee for this. If you guys saw the last video, you see how the sweep works. It's important because if he doesn't get behind the knee and we end up over here, my next move is a sweep, and I can sweep nothing unless I move up. There's no reason for that. So I need to already start with him behind my leg. Okay, so we're going to start in this position. His leg is behind mine, and I'm in this dache position here. Now, what we're going to do from here is, I don't want to be here for too long. He's got his leg behind mine. He can bump and control me. So what I want to do is take his attention away from the legs. I'm going to move in for a quadre. Now, if I strike with this hand, that's fine, but I've got this hand, he's got that hand. I want to try to do something that he's not predicting. So I want to make sure that I can roll over the top from here. Okay? Trap this arm, make it a lot harder for him to block. It's almost a guaranteed hit. Now, the thing about it is, this is my partner. It's not that he's compliant, but he's smart. From this position, if I push right here, he can't lift his hand up. If he's leaning in, he's got force against force, he can't really lift his hand up. I've got that coverage right here. But if he shifts back, he's now able to sneak this arm out and then come up with the block. Okay, so again I have right here, slides up and he's out. Okay, the good thing about this position is the weight is off of this leg. He doesn't have as much forward force here. All the weight's on his back leg. So again from here, he slides up, he's kind of tilting back. This is where I can attack this leg. Now, this is where a lot of people tend to do the sweep as we expect it to be. And the physics of it are really tough. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying you're working too hard if you're doing it. The sweep itself is not meant to be a circular sweep. When we think of a sweep, not everything has to be this circle here. If I'm trying to lift him up, and I have my arms extended, I'm not going to be able to lift him up. It's too far away. The leverage is not there. It's just too tough. So for me to lift him up, I have to move close and use my entire body. I have to bring him close to me. The same thing has to happen for this sweep. So if we're at a distance right here and his foot's behind my foot and I try to just sweep from here, nothing's going to happen. Okay? Go ahead and sink in on this. Ready? It's a waste of my time. So instead of me thinking of swinging the foot, making this circular path, what I want to think of is from here, I step up. So now I bring myself closer to what I want to move. And then I'm going to take this foot straight back. Okay? So think of like you're going to kick dirt up behind you. You're lifting the foot in a direction. Go ahead and step up here. You're going to have to move in close. Good way of sweeping the feet is always following the direction of the toes. Okay, now there's two directions we have. We've got the forward direction and then the backward direction. So right here, his toes are pointing this way. This is where I want to sweep his foot. Okay, unfortunately, my foot is in the front. So I want to sweep back in the opposite direction. If I try to circle, too much pressure, he's able to support. But if I slide this way or this way, it's very easy for him to move. Okay, so again, I'm going to take that. So again, starting from here, I start from this position, I push, he's starting to lean back. Now it's easier to attack this leg. I'm not saying it's not easy, it's just this is making things more efficient. I step in, now I'm closer to him. And then now, instead of me trying to sweep in a circular motion, I lift straight up here, okay? Notice how the body moves. His upper body goes straight down. That's why in this form, we follow up with that uppercut. So once I'm here, step in, sweep here. Now, as a two-person form, he's not being compliant. And again, I keep mentioning this because if you see there's a lot of talk as far as compliance and him letting me win, it's not just that. Because what happens here, step in, from this position, if he does nothing out of this position, wham, I uppercut him on the way down, he's on the ground, I can just stomp on it, end of form. Okay? He smarts up. He's much smarter than that. So once I get up to here, he knows something's up, I go to attack that leg, he's gonna let it drop back to that position. I'm still throwing this uppercut, and that's why he's gonna come in with that chinji and block. Okay? Now, again, practice with your partner to finish up right here, and once you guys get to here, slow it down. Really try to feel out stepping and lifting here for that sweep. See if you can move their leg. You'll find there's some mechanics that you need with it that you have to kind of feel it out. But this is the way to accomplish that sweep. It's not gonna happen from here and then me trying to pull back this way. It's not gonna happen from there. That's when the partner's compliant. But I have to make sure that he knows to step back. So that's why I wanna step in and then lift up, okay? All right, so I hope you guys enjoy this. This is one of my favorite techniques out of this form. This is one of those things that when I learned this form and I got the correction from Sifu here, Sifu Jason Wong, it blew my mind because it gave reason to the movement itself that I thought was kind of okay, but now I really like. So I hope you guys enjoy this one as much as I do. Okay, so there you go. You can see how I approach the topics and how I structure the videos. I do try to keep things more in-depth for particular techniques, and I will carry themes over. So sometimes I will have specific combination applications or movement applications, but sometimes I will also go into themes like push hands, joint locks, pressure points, weapon techniques, board breaks, kick catches, takedowns, all sorts of things like that. So you guys have a lot to learn from here, and you can check out the tier structure to see what benefits you'll be getting. I really appreciate the support, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.